Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, Zen friends. Welcome to a special session this Sunday afternoon, where on Sundays I come back on and finish out all the readings from this morning's session. I did get done with all the donations from this morning's session, and that was it. And so in this one, I do have, I think, four of my YouTube channel members. Those free readings will be up first. And then I have like around 25, 26 of the other free readings of non-monthly YouTube channel member subscribers, um, or the monthly members. So we'll do those after that. After I'm done, I will post a list, the order in which they all were completed, so you can spot where your reading is more easily. Since there's no chat in this session, which because I'm not taking any new requests, I'm just completing the old ones from this morning's session. I will be back on Friday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for more free readings. So if you'd like to join me then, or if you want to become one of my YouTube channel members, I have two levels: Zen Cricket $2.99, Praying Mantis $7.99. We get together on Wednesday nights, both groups together, pull unlimited readings for tarot, oracle, past life readings. We talk about astrology, Q&A, whatever you'd like. And so we have that. And then on Thursday nights, we have a special session for Praying Mantis members for a couple hours. And then also Friday, Saturday evenings, and my Sunday afternoon session. Afterwards, we have about an hour or so with each other as well. You also get advanced access to all of my free readings that I put out. I put a bunch of videos of new moon, full moon, the sun moving, a bunch of stuff. If you check out my main page at the top, it says new for 2025, and there's a bunch of playlists out there for all the content. We're putting out a lot this year, but you get advanced access to that if you're one of my YouTube monthly channel members too. There's a link down in the description box if you're interested in that, or if you want to dive deeper with a personal reading. I do offer those. There's a separate link for that, as well as it talks about the other things I offer and the different types of readings I offer too. So blah, blah, blah. That's all the stuff there. So let's get into it. And thank you for your patience in getting to your readings. I'm very grateful. Donations are how I live, or at least how I buy my food, which is how I live. So thank you and for your patience and as I completed donations. But I do know that not everyone can be a YouTube channel member or make donations. So I like to, at least one of my days, make sure I come on and complete all of the free readings. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate all the thumbs up too. It tells me you enjoyed the free reading. So give that a little like, boom, boom, and help spread the Zen love too. All right. So up first, like I said, I have four of my YouTube channel members. They get first priority. So Happy Pill is up first. Happy Pill. So guidance for you is what you're looking for. Now, reminder, free readings are just 1 to 2 card readings. If you ever want to dive deeper in a session, a donation, we do dive deeper for those too. All right, let's take a look here. All right, what do they want to tell you about now? Wow, looks like you have some nice abundance headed your way here. New opportunities in the outside world with the Ace of Pentacles that do bring you this feeling of abundance, fulfillment. It could be money or whatever else makes you feel full and complete from the outside world. But this is very much saying here, um, an underlying message that comes in here too. Sorry, they sidetracked me. But a big thing about the Ace of Pentacles is also a new way of looking at our worth in relationship to the outside world. And the King of Pentacles, having gone through from the Ace of Pentacles all the way to the King, he learned a lot along his journey. One of the things he learned, as I fall off my chair, was when he tried to define himself by the outside world, he felt unstable. And that's because the things we're taught to define ourselves, self-worth comes from inward, right? Inward and upward. That's the only stable thing on this realm. The eternal unconditional love of the creator and the spirit world, right? We find that through our heart, up through our higher self into the higher realms. That is stability. That is the only thing we're going to find. But we're taught growing up, look out here for your worth. But there's like three buckets, right? Relationships, situations, and things. Define yourself by these things. The only problem with that is that with relationships with humans, we're unstable, right? Whoa, aren't we? But people change. People walk away. People pass away. So relationships with people are not forever. They're temporary and they're unstable. So if we define ourselves by that, we also feel unstable, right? And then we go to situations like jobs, education, social status, any kind of situations that we can get into, right? But we know those things never stay the same. Life is constantly changing, right? So when we define ourselves by those things, again, we feel unstable. And then things, our bank accounts, our bodies, our possessions, but all those things deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, whatever, but unstable, right? So we unstable, unstable, unstable. We taught to define ourselves by that. We feel unstable, but when we realize I don't need validation or my worth, that's a retail price in the outside world. When I'm looking for something externally to define who I am, that's retail price. That's what price we think we're worth to the outside world. We end up on the clearance rack, right? But when we turn inward and upward and we connect to the higher love, the unconditional eternal love, that becomes our solid foundation. Then we become stable, right? Doesn't mean we stop wanting things in the outside world. We stop needing them or defining ourselves by them. We fill up here, we're solid here. The world, instead of becoming lacking and unstable, because we find the stability inside of us, the outside world becomes abundant, overflowing. And that's a lot of the energy that they're just wanting you to be aware of right now with whatever you're going through, and advice going, okay, if I'm feeling unstable, it's because I'm defining myself by unstable things out there. Let me turn inward and upward and find that eternal unconditional love from above, right? All right. Whoa. So that's what they have. Therefore, yeah, even on the bottom, you got the wheel of fortune. So with that change of seeing things, your world can transform into a world of abundance. And I love that for you. Right, happy pill. That is what they got over there for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then Nelia Maderos, hello, hello. Your free reading, general reading on Marsha. Is she okay? That's from the Brady Bunch. It's a TV show from my childhood. All right. So is she okay? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about Marsha? Okay. Yeah, we've got the Four of Wands, which is, stable energy, but it's also joy, celebration. Five of Cups is about transforming emotion. She has some down times, but she has up times here too. So I feel like she's just transforming and dealing with some emotions. I don't know here. I don't know if she went to a wedding or some sort of gathering and saw an ex or someone they liked that was with someone else, or someone that they've had altercations with in the past where there was some hurt feelings. I feel like those were kind of spawned a little bit. But I do feel like she's working through it and transforming it because she has periods of joy, then she thinks about things, then she has periods of joy. So she's mulling over and healing some old beliefs and emotions. But she seems fine there. It doesn't hurt if if you're friends with her enough and you want to just be like, hey, give her a little cheerful, upbeat, I love you, you're awesome, reminder. That wouldn't hurt either, but she's good. She's doing good. All right. She's being human, and that's all right, but not desperately human, which is good. Right. So that's what they have for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. And then faith and love, you're up. So, what messages do you need to know for this coming week? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know for this coming? I didn't want you to get that one. Okay, and then this one here. All right. Wow. I just put that back in and this one came back out. You can see behind this 5 of cups here, right behind my finger right there, there's the 2 of cups there, and then you got the 2 of cups here. A big thing for this upcoming week is a reminder about that no one can make you feel anything. What? I know, it was a surprise to me too. But, this is the emotional choice energy. We can get so consumed, and we're taught to focus on the lower vibrational emotions that are rooted in fear, all the things that didn't go well, and, we're those feelings of emotions of betrayal and disappointment and failure and not being chosen and being unworthy and blah, 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 all those that we come down here to experience on purpose for purpose. But emotions, there's no wrong emotion. There's just different emotions with different outcomes and different experiences. And when we're growing up, of course, we're all taught so much about all these different situations of when that happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. When that happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. When that happens, this is how you're supposed to feel. And we're given all these definitions, emotional definitions, and emotional, mental, physical, energetic, all these things that we're supposed to do. This is zeroing in on emotions, though. That every moment is an emotional choice, and we were taught a bunch of opinion, and we took that opinion on emotion, like, this is how I'm supposed to feel about that. Okay, well, that's how I'm going to feel about it then. If I get fired, I feel anxiety, I feel scared, I feel this, I feel that. If this person chooses to date someone else instead of me, I'm supposed to feel devastated. I'm supposed to feel this. I'm supposed to feel that. Blah 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 blah. So we have all this emotional, I don't know, definitions, these emotional stories that we're taught, and then when we experience those things, we feel that way, right? It's opinion. We take it on our own opinion. We continue and reinforce that opinion till it becomes our reaction. It's our habit and our reaction to feel a certain way. But we can break that habit. We can change that because when we realize I don't have to be stuck in lower vibrational emotion, every moment is a choice. Lower vibration rooted in fear of losing, conditional love, fear of rejection, or higher vibration, that of unconditional love and joy and laughter and gratitude and peace and power and limitlessness, all this powerful energy. We get to choose. And when we realize, because we're taught growing up, and it's usually by our parents, right? You made mommy sad. Wow, I controlled her emotions. You made daddy mad. Wow, I controlled his emotions. I'm responsible for their emotions. And I have to, feel a certain way and do a certain thing. And we feel like we have to do all that, right? But when we realize that I don't have to feel a certain way, that I can't make anyone feel a certain way, and no one can make me feel a certain way, we're all choosing each moment. We're choosing our stories, but we're choosing our emotions, we're choosing our energy, we're choosing our physical actions. But again, it's coming back to emotion, specifically for this week. That person made me. Oh, no, they didn't. As soon as you say that out of your mouth, that person made me, we're giving our power away, right? We're saying that they control my emotions. And then we're a puppet to all these people. But when they're like, you know what? They made it easier for me to get upset, to choose to be upset, but that's still on me. I take not judgment, not condemnation, not beating yourself up, but taking responsibility for our emotional choices. I get to choose that. I can laugh at a funeral. I can laugh at being fired. I can be joyful about someone dumping me, because I can choose that, because I get to choose what something means. I also get to choose how I feel about it. And that takes our power back, right? So, a very important message. I hope that helps for this week. Um, but I love that for you. So, there you go. Empowered. All right. Many blessings to you, faith and love. And then the last of my YouTube channel members, hopefully I didn't miss anyone. If I did, please let me know. But we have Kelly, Kelly. Hey. So messages for anything that you're not seeing. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. All right, that is one thing. Came flying out of the deck. Let's see, what aren't you seeing here? All right. So you have the Lovers card here. So this is about important relationships in your life. And the Three of Wands is about there's information and awareness around relationship or relationships that are nudging you to go a different direction with them, either leaving them or altering course. So, and because you're asking about things that you don't see, and regarding this, and I feel like this is relationships. I don't feel like it's a specific, like it's only that relationship. I feel like it's several. I'm being reminded of the Eight of Cups, which is all about taking an inventory of the emotional energy that you're investing in relationships. What I mean by that, excuse me, a frog in my throat. There you go. And what I mean by that is, you know, relationships, healthy relationships fluctuate, right? Sometimes I give 70% because you can only give 30. And other times I can only give 30 and then you give 70. And it's the amount of energy you put into a relationship. We alter day by day and, you know, 49-51, sometimes 50-50, sometimes 10-90 when we're going through something rough. And that's okay for that. But when it's consistently where you're giving 70, 80, 90% to the other people, the energy, and they're only giving consistently 10, 20, 30%. If it's not a child, that's different, right? But this is adults, can look at that and go, can understand why is it that you're feel like you have to sacrifice yourself and overgive, but you can bring them back to 50% where you're giving 50%, and then you can see, are they going to give the remainder or is the relationship just going to drift away? Because some relationships you're just keeping going. You're the one that's investing everything into it and they're hardly giving anything. But all that energy that you're overgiving, you're taking away from you, you're taking away from a loving relationship. You're bankrupting your emotional bank. So as you evaluate those, some you might be like, oh, wait a minute. Now that you mention it, I'm not going to invest in that relationship. I'm taking it to zero. I'm backing off of some of these relationships because I know they're not for me anymore. I've been keeping them alive out of guilt or out of obligation, but you're like, no, I don't need to do this anymore. And it's about evaluating these and bringing it back. Sometimes you'll go to 50 and they'll come and give 50 because we were teaching people that we're overgivers. You don't give back to me. But when you give them the space, people will give back. Um, and some won't, and those just drift away. And that's okay because you're clearing and taking inventory of your emotional energy of where you're investing it in relationships where it's not healthy for you to do that anymore. All right. So that is what they want you to know right now. One little tidbit of what you're not seeing. All right. So hopefully that makes resonates, Kelly. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. And that was it for my YouTube channel members. And so now we'll go into the free readings for everyone else that is not one of my monthly YouTube channel memberships. So I said have like 25, 26 of those. So we'll dive in here. Let me take a sip here. Get that frog out of my throat. Sorry, I got a little phlegmy after I ate. So now it's all trying to clear out. My apologies. All right. So let's dive in. So we've got Marie Jones is up first. So Marie, hello. You want to know, will your partner and you finally buy a house this year? Let's take a look here. All right. Wow. Things are flying. I need that one too. Ooh. So you actually get 3 cards. Um, something just to, certain words jump out to me, and when we use a word finally, that, um, is a word that can help us become aware of our energy, right? Because if I'm like, "Okay, finally I got this," it means that we had this expectation and belief that I was supposed to, right? Expectation word, supposed to have it earlier than I think I'm gonna have it. It's a judgment word against ourself and against life, and, and we don't that's lower vibrational, right? And it tells us here, and we'll look at your cards here. One of the things that it can help us be aware of as well is, oh, that must mean that I've been focusing on want and need. Expectation is usually, supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. We have this belief I'm supposed to have had a house have purchased a house by, right? And it's like, okay, all right, I get it. But it also means I've probably been having wanting and needing energy. And when we have a want and a need, that's okay to have that. But when we make that our energy, like I can want a house and go, Creator, I would really like us to be able to buy a house. And then let then we can move into gratitude about if we've had houses in the past, what we're grateful for, or what we're grateful for that we do have in our lives. That opens up our conduit of receptivity. It makes our energy match that of receiving. But when I have a wanting and needing energy of like, I want a house, I want to buy a house, I need a house, what our energy does, and this is so interesting when we realize it, is my energy is about want and need, not about have. Because if I'm wanting, my energy is wanting, it interacts with the universe saying, I like the feeling of wanting. So in between the lines is, so please don't give me what I'm wanting or I'll stop wanting because I'll no longer need to want because I'll have. So when we have want and need, it actually pushes what we're wanting and needing away. So how we can change that, something that can help you this year is start having gratitude about what you do have. If you've had houses in the past, gratitude for when you had a house and what you loved about it, what you love about other people's houses. It's all that energy of gratitude and joy and higher vibration that draws it instead of repelling it, right? So let's see what else we have here. Okay. So if I'd turned over the card, here's the Page of Wands. Wherever you focus, your magic wand is what grows and expands. So exactly as I was just saying. And then, yeah, you definitely have here, you have the Judgment card here, which is your higher self calling you, and the Fool card, which is a new adventure. So if you will see things from this higher perspective of what your higher self is calling you to look at, releasing the expectations, the Fool card is about the adventure and going, all right, Creator, I ask you once, because they don't need to be reminded. They have excellent memory. uh, I would like to have a house, and thank you for blah 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 blah, all the gratitude of all the past and all that, right? And the current, what you have currently, and I trust you that you're going to bring the perfect house and the perfect timing in the perfect way. And then you release it, and then you don't focus on want. We make gratitude our energy, and that's what aligns us to that higher energy of that. So hopefully that helps. So you do have possibilities. What this is saying, you definitely have a possibility of having it today if you take heed to that energetic change, because otherwise it keeps pushing it away further. But the gratitude is what draws it faster to you as well. All right. So I like it, Marie. Here we go. Even a vision board. Make a vision board of what you're grateful for in houses and see it, feel it, recognize it. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, Marie. Many, many blessings to you. All right. And then Supernova. Hello, hello. So for your free reading, Supernova, you want what messages does Kurt have about your life in general? And if you have the chance to live a more filling, happy life without the need of illicit substances, just pure music. Wow, right? Is life about choosing happiness? Well, life is all about choice, right? Every moment is a choice of emotion, higher vibrational, lower vibrational. It's stories every moment, higher or lower. And there's no wrong choice. There just is choice. Life is about experience. We come down here to try to understand who we are by experiencing what we're not, and then and experiencing lower vibrational events, situations, emotions, whatever. But then going at a point in life, realizing we're so much more than this human. And then we have the contrast and being able to live as our higher self with our human self, walking hand in hand, looking at life differently, right? So life is about choice and our power of choice and about a world of possibilities. We have a very low expression experience of our life if we want, or the highest expression of our life and everything in between. And there's no right or wrong. It's up to us, right? And that's what's the power of our lives is that we're not at the whim of everyone else. We're the masters of our own lives. We get to choose. We create the lives that we're in. We create the if I don't like the channel I'm watching on TV, I switch the channel. If I don't like what I'm experiencing, then I switch it. If I want something more, I do it, right? So I like that. Let's see what Kurt has here for you. Okay, free readings are just 1 to 2 cards. So they're going to be a little more limited than our regular readings. But so what message does Kurt have about life in general? So we'll get a card for that and then a card for your second one. So life in general, yeah. 5 of swords is about inner conflict between the head and the heart, right? And that means we are filled with a lot of beliefs about supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. And then we have a lot of disappointment when life doesn't live up to that. And our mind tries to have us obey this long list of opinion and conditioning that we had growing up. On the other hand, we have our heart, which is connected to our higher heart, which is connected to the higher realms. And it's about living and enjoying and expression and joy and unconditional love and gratitude, this hugeness, right? Whereas the mind, a lot of the humanity, the human mind, has a lot of restrictive thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And that's why we have this battle that rages between us because while we still have all these small t truths rooted in fear, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of death, fear of all these things, then it constricts us, traps us, keeps us small. But when we have the challenges in life that rattle our cage, we're able to transform that and open our hearts, and it changes our world. So a big, a big piece of that is trying to clarify the thoughts that go through our head, the beliefs and the values that I hold. A lot of it is a construct from my earlier life where I didn't like feeling a certain way, and so my mind created ways to try to avoid that. There are things that I felt good, and then it created rules around how I could continue to feel good. And that battle, goes back and forth. And when we realize I am not a child anymore, I don't need like the baby gates on a stairway. I don't need those anymore. I'm not a baby. Now there are obstacles. I can remove those and allow more flow in my life. So interesting. And then the other one about if you have the chance to live a more fulfilling, happy life without all that. Yeah. Power of choice, like we're talking about with the chariot card here. You get to choose, what life that you want to live. You do have the total power and ability through your choice, your will to make choices to be able to um, have a fulfilling life. I mean, there's a lot of musical artists who don't use drugs and have pure music. You got Adele, and you've got um, Taylor Swift, and Ariana Grande, and you have all these wonderful that that they um, are not using those types of substances and things because they're living dreams and they're living expression of themselves. And there's a lot of other artists, that aren't that in the spotlight that do too. Because when you're living your dream, you don't need a physical substance to make you feel good. Because living your dream, you're high on that and not needing other highs. So hopefully that helps right now there, Nova. So that's what they have for you right now. Many blessings to you. All right. And then up next here, we've got morning is next. So a general for the upcoming week. All right, let's see what they have here for you. The upcoming week. That one and I wanted this one too. All right. Yeah, there's this wonderful clarity that's coming here. The Hierophant is your higher self, drawing you to see things from a different perspective, like from a capital T truth. And the Ten of Cups is joy, 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 joy. And it's interesting because I feel like the big message here is like, my natural state is joy. I am made of joy. I am made of unconditional love. I am made of peace. I am made of power. I am made of limitlessness. I'm an eternal, powerful, supernatural being made of unconditional love and joy. You don't need something to bring you joy or to make you joyful. You are joy. Happiness is an emotion and it's a choice, right? But joy is a natural state that we can tap into. And I like there is a saying about being happy for no reason at all, and then no one can take it away from you. And it's like, what? Yeah, you can choose to be happy just because it's my power to be able to choose to be happy. I don't need a long list of things to happen in order to be happy or fulfilled, because if we have a lot, I can be fulfilled when we'll never be happy or feeling fulfilled. I can be happy when, because we'll get there and there'll be something else. Okay, now that that is here. Yeah, I could be happy, but I also need that to be happy. It's always going to be going. And I feel like this week is just choose to be happy for no reason at all. Let that be your mantra this week. I'm happy for no reason at all. And I don't need a reason to be happy. I just am. I am joy. I feel like that's an important energy for this week for you, right? That's what they have right now for you, morning. So many blessings to you. And then, etc., you are up. Any question is okay. Your question is, should you let Corey go? Well, there is no shoulds in the spirit world. There is just different choices with different outcomes. Let's see here. We'll give you the two-card reading. One will be if you stay, and one is if you go, right? We'll see what the energy is, and then you get to decide. Because if spirit told us, yeah, do this, do this, do this, takes away our power. And this is what we want to experience here is I'm the one that gets to decide. So show me the energies. And it's like someone going, do you want dinner one or dinner two? And you're like, well, what comes with those? And I'll decide, right? Not just which one should I have? They're like, well, I don't know. What are you hungry for? You get to decide, right? So let's see. If you stay with Corey and if you let them go. Unless you have them tied up in the basement, then the answer is always, please let them go. All right, just kidding. All right, so if you stay with them, yeah, you got a little bit of Five of Cups. That's a little bit of lower vibrational sorrow energy that's coming in here. If you let them go, Ten of Pentacles, a full life, a different partnership within these. So, though they don't tell us what you need to choose, I feel like what they're showing you here is something I feel like you already know. If you stay with them, you're just going to experience more of this lower vibrational, emotional energy. But if you choose to let them go, choose to learn from what you experienced, every interaction we have with other humans is a mirror showing and reflecting back to us what we want to see about ourselves in some way, so that we can be free from any lower vibration. So when you do that, you can have a full, healthy, full relationship with someone else. So I feel like they made it an easy choice here. Well, at least a obvious decision, but doesn't mean it's an easy choice, right? Because sometimes we're like, but I love that, you know, toxic person. And I'm afraid I won't find love again. Well, they gave you the 10 of Pentacles. You will find love again. Full, whole love, though, not this kind of empty, sorrowful type of energy. So hopefully that helps, etc. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. And Anna Filippa, you are up. So a love reading. Sure. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about love right now? Okay. Evidently that card. Oh, and they did want to give you those two at the top too. Okay. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. I think my voice is trying to run away and we're not going to let it. All right. So first up, you have the Eight of Cups. This is about walking away from relationships and emotions that don't serve you anymore. And in a way, it's an emotional inventory here. And what I mean by that is to prepare for love. If you're not in a relationship right now, or even if you're in a relationship, this is about being aware of where you're investing all of your emotions, because it's a sign of like my emotional bank, it feels bankrupt. It's getting close to, going into the negative, and you don't want to get those overdraft fees. So it's about looking at relationships, and relationships are give and take, right? But these relationships where you're giving more all the time, like 70, 80, 90% of the relationship, you're investing all that energy and they're only giving 10, 20, 30%, right? And you realize that I've been consistently over giving in these. Uh, you'll know people right away. Oh, yeah, that one needs to go. I'm taking that to zero, that to zero, that to zero. You get all that energy back into your emotional bank. Then there's some that you're like, well, I'll back off to 50% and let's see if they make up the difference. If they don't, the relationship just drifts away and then you take back all the rest of that 50% too. Um, but if they do, then it's like, okay, that's a healthy relationship. And it can go back and forth a little bit, right? But we're talking about the ones that are constantly you're overgiving. So you do this evaluation of this and you get all of this emotion back so that you can have that emotion to invest in, if you're in a romantic relationship, to invest in that relationship, or your important relationships, right? That you have that available for that. Um, and then it's about the emotions that are pushed and suppressed too when you're younger. When we're 7 years old and younger, our little inner child only knows, before our brain starts to develop between 7 and 14, it's only our emotional body that's kind of running the show. And like a baby, we know 3 ways to react to things: laugh, like laugh and smile, throw a tantrum, or cry. And we know out of those 3, which one of those adults really appreciate in children. The laughter and smiling, right? "Oh, it's so cute." But, the whole, "You stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about," or "Don't you throw a tantrum, I'm gonna take you to the bathroom, I'm gonna take you outside to the car, I'm gonna give you a whooping," right? So we are taught to suppress our tantrum tendencies and our crying, because no one likes that, is what we're taught. But those emotions takes energy to keep it below the surface. And as you bring those up one by one and transform them, the energy you were using to keep that charged emotion down there, you get the charged energy back because you're letting that energy flow, you're transforming it. So you get to take all that charge back, and all the energy you were keeping it also adds to your bank. So there's this flow of emotion that's important here. And also that helps you. overcome and look at your beliefs about lack and worthiness and unworthiness with the Five of Pentacles. These fears of being left out in the cold, left behind, abandoned. And this allows this Eight of Wands, it allows this energy change to flow here. Got two eights, which is all about flow. And so it's important to look at those things and look at our beliefs around lack and our beliefs around worthiness, right? So that just means that there are some things bubbling below the surface. If you're not conscious of them, then they're in the subconscious. So it's important to look at those and connect with your inner child as much as you can to look at worth. There's two great books that I've read that were life-changing books. One is it's tapping into wealth by Margaret Lynch. And you're like, wealth? I'm talking about love, but the book, even though it's talking about wealth, it's talking about worth. And she has a way of tapping that allows us to connect to our inner child. So it's a great read. I recommend it for everyone. Also, a book called The Presence, Presence, not like Christmas presents, but presence. Uh, the Presence Process by Michael Brown. They also talk about getting into and um, transforming inner children belief systems that are below there. And all those things just help because they help us fill back up with self love, self worth, self esteem, and that changes our energy. Instead of being low, where we keep doing what we've always done and get what we've always gotten, we raise our love vibration by questioning those thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us, emotions that don't serve us, energy that doesn't serve us, physical things in our life that don't serve us, and raising our love vibration. It draws in things and draws things in faster, but at a higher vibration. It brings us in different experiences. So, hopefully that helps a little bit. I know that was a lot. Good thing you can listen to that several times. But if you have any questions on that, let me know too. All right. So many blessings. All right. Let me move some more over here. Thank you guys again for your patience as we work through the readings here. Let me just bring over a couple more here, a few more. Sorry, they're all little screenshots. All right. And then Maria P. Hello, hello. Thank you for your donation earlier, donations, and spirit messages for Walter and you. All right, spirit messages. What do they want you to know? They do want that one and that one. Yeah, look at this. There's a lot of fire between the both of you here. You got the Queen of Wands, which is um, she very much can focus her energy and very passionate individual, fire energy. And the Seven of Wands is she rolls over the Seven of Wands. But it's about being true to yourself, not dimming your light, not asking permission to shine, but being yourselves. Um, allowing yourself. She's even holding a sunflower. I love it. But the Seven of Wands is what reminds me of the sun card too, because it's the sun doesn't ask permission to shine, it shines. And they don't ask for gratitude and thanks from any of the planets or anything that it's shining its light on. They're just being themselves. And they're allowing it to be and not trying to make other people be what it's not either. It's just allowing itself to express itself. Doesn't defend itself. It doesn't need to defend itself because it's like you guys can have whatever opinion you want. I don't need to defend and go, no, 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 no. This is who I am. It's like if you don't know me and that's your opinion, that's fine. That's doesn't matter to me. You know, I am me. And this is about having that confidence and that steadiness that um, when it comes to living life, we're not half of a person looking for another half of a person to become a whole person. We are a whole person and another whole person, and 1 + 1 = 2, not half and a half equals one, right? And I feel like it's important to know that because, we don't need to own someone. We don't need someone to be anything other than they are. And we don't need to change to be anything than we are either. And they don't need us. It's about not need, but want, right? I have everything I need inside of me. I'm powerful. That's what the Queen of Wands is. She's powerful. Um, and that's it. I'm powerful. I don't need anyone else. I don't need anything else. But it would be nice, and it's above and beyond extra. But when we remember that it's not a need and it's my life, I'll be nothing without them. I can have it's like an extra dessert. You know, I've already had a full course meal and 2 desserts. Oh, they're bringing me 3rd dessert? Sure, who am I to turn down another dessert? Come on, you know? So that's the energy that they want you to know right now is remember that you are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. There's nothing lacking about you. It's just experience with someone else, and that's it. Interesting. All right, so that's what they have for you, Maria. Many blessings to you. Then we have musical beer. You want to know, is RKW currently dating someone? All right, let's find out. Are they currently dating someone? I feel like it's these 2 here. No, we've got the high priestess, which the high priestess goes away from everything into their high priestess temple, away from everyone else, connecting with the heavens, looking behind the veil, diving deep into their own emotions. And I feel like they're in this kind of hermity, reclusive time in their temple with this 8 of swords, evaluating and looking at what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are making them feel blinded and bound and trapped. So a big reflective time about what they want in life and what they have had in the past and what they don't want in the future. Um, who am I? You know, just doing some good reflective work right now. So I don't feel like they're dating anyone. I feel like they're kind of pulled back a bit, quite actually. So that's what they have for you, musical beer. Is that good news? You're like, well, got to wait for them to come out of their cave now so I can pounce on them, right? No, just kidding. But so that's what's going on. All right. So many blessings to you. And then content, you are up. Physical features of your future partner. All right. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about the physical features of your future partner? All right. Well, you got the Ace of Pentacles and you got the Page of Swords here. It's interesting. When I had the Page of Swords, your spirit guides were like, they're a bit of a geek. They kind of dress geeky, look a little geeky, glasses, pocket protector. I don't know if they're that, but they're very um not mental. Mental sounds like they're crazy, but they're intellectual. They're very much about thinking and studying and learning things. So they're very intelligent. Um, and the Ace of Pentacles is also, I feel like they're an Earth sign. So they might have a lot of air in their chart too, or a Capricorn. They could be Capricorn because Capricorns are big thinkers too, as well as Virgos. Both Virgo and Capricorn, Earth signs. I didn't realize that. Well, both Earth signs that are very thinky. So it could be that could be their signs there, but very grounded, very down to earth. They're not like a flamboyant dresser or a fancy dresser or like that. It's probably jeans and a polo shirt that allows a pocket protector. I'm just kidding. They're keeping on going back to the pocket protector, but um, but obviously they're attractive. They're down to earth, so I just feel like they probably have facial hair and if if it is a man you're looking for, I just realized I don't know. I just had this idea of it in my head, probably because I'm looking at this young lad here, but it's like you know just more down to earth and not they're not all about the primping and everything else. They're just really a down to earth, intelligent person. So uh, I like that for you. For some reason, I'm feeling darker hair. Um, yeah, not big, not small. They're just kind of like Um, if you saw him in a crowd, you probably wouldn't be like, "Wow!" But it's the communication and it's the heart and everything that eventually has you go, "Wow," because you can see someone really, really hot, and then they open their mouth and their hotness drops 50% because they're jerks. And likewise, you can get to know someone over time and they just become more gorgeous as you spend time with them because you're seeing their heart. It's a beautiful heart and a beautiful mind, right? That's kind of what I feel is coming through right now. Right? So that's what they have for you, content. So many blessings to you. And then, Highness, is your mom disappointed in you? Let's take a look here. Is your mom is on the other side, right? That's what I feel, but maybe not. You're like, no, not that I know of. Uh-oh, better call her. No, I'm just kidding. So I just need to take another sip here. Got me all choked up. I'm just kidding. Got something in my throat that doesn't want to go away. So maybe if I take a cough drop, I'll do that after here. So let's see here. If your mom is on the other side, there is no judgment, there's no disappointment, there's only pride and love, unconditional support, right? Okay, yeah. So Queen of Cups. This is the compassionate, the Queen of Cups. She not only helps roll over the suit of cups, but she gets a second portion of cups. So she's the master of emotion. The King of Pentacles is all about fullness of life and all of this. So, and there might be a masculine energy too coming in with this, but it's Queen of Cups is mama love, and it is unconditional love that she has for you. And she's like, no, I would never be disappointed in you. Now, as the human character, yeah, she's like, I know. Try not to diss me for that because as a human character, we have our little pain, our own conditioning, our own inner child that freaks out and does stupid stuff when it's in fear. So it's like, I know I wasn't, no human's ever perfect in our experiences. But one of the things that she wants to share with you is that just know that every human always does the best they can in every moment with the energy they have, the energy that's around them, and the information that they have. And and we grow through learning, and experiencing things. And so she's saying, just you don't have to worry about ever disappointing me or being a disappointment because unconditional love means there's no conditions. There's no expectations. And the only where disappointment exists is when there's expectations. Expectations equal disappointment. Expectations is a human thing. It's rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of failure, and all that fun stuff. Excuse me. So she's saying, no, whatever. You can never disappoint me. So hopefully that helps right now, Highness, and just know she sees you as perfect, and and you are, and from the eyes of creation, of the universe, of creator, and all the spiritual realm, they know that judgment is a human thing. Contrast is a human thing. It's a facade. Their imperfection is a made up belief of humanity because we wanted to experience fear and what it might feel like to fail or be a disappointment or whatever. But you can't ever be. But you can pretend to be for a while if it's something you want to experience. But when you're done, let it go. I love your mom. Anyway, that's what they have for you, Highness. So many blessings to you. Then Macaroni, you are up next. So a general for the next 40 hours. So based on your current energies, what do they want you to know about the next 48 hours? All right, here we go. All right. So there is this movement of emotion with the Knight of Cups. And the Justice card, you have the ace, giant ace of swords in their hands and the scales in the other. And it really is this energy here of when your emotions start to move and within you, if it's a lower vibrational feeling that you're having, try to take a big deep breath. Take as many as those as you need to till you feel that lower vibrational emotion, you know, stop and start to sink. And then ask yourself, what am I fearing? What am I trying to control? What am I trying to fix? What do I think? What rule do I think is broken? What expectation do I feel I'm going to not meet up where someone else is? The root of all that is fear. There's some sort of fear of failure, fear of rejection. And I feel like they're saying here, it's a great opportunity for you to catch yourself before you react and do something out of fear instead of take a 100 deep breaths if that's what it takes to release that, um, pressure cooker a little bit so you can really step back and go, what am I fearing? And is it true? No, it's not true. And see the clarity. That's what the justice card, it allows you to see things from a higher perspective and gain clarity before you make a decision or decisions and reactions that are lower vibrational, and all they're going to do is bring you more lower vibration. They're like a shift. Make a shift, but recognize when the emotion starts to rise that a lot of deep breathing helps us, not go into that fight or flight mode. So hopefully that helps. That's what they want you to know right now. Right now, macaroni. So many blessings to you. I'm so sorry. I really want this frog in my throat to go away because I don't want you guys to have to hear all that all the time, but that's my expectation. We're just going to go with the flow, right? And take another drink. Up next, we got MMC. All right. You want to know, will you be able to get a job in consulting? Oh, how fun. Let's take a look. All right. That's one way to go. I like this. So you have the Two of Pentacles, which is about two opportunities in the outside world, and consulting is something you could go into. However, I know, right? What? But there's also a second choice with the Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant is your higher self, calling you to see things from a different perspective, from the capital T truths of the higher realms. And what that means is that, there's no wrong choices, but when we're asking them, hey, they're like, well, this is a good opportunity for us to go, yeah, you could. You could get a job in consulting. You have the ability, you have the capacity, you have the stubbornness and willpower to do it. That's funny. But this means that there's something that your heart, um, wants different. It's like, yeah, I could do that, but there's something that makes your heart sing, something that your heart wants to express itself in the world. And that's why they're inviting you. Possibly step back, close your eyes, let your heart speak, get out of your head, right, and into your heart. Instead of the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, blah, 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 blah. What makes your heart sing? What makes your heart want to dance? What's this heart wants to share something with the world? What is that dream that it has? Because that could make you feel like you're living life instead of existing in there. And so I feel like they're nudging you to kind of close your close your eyes and open your heart and go, Where's my heart leading me? Where's my joy leading me? And you can keep consulting on the table for your mind, but let your heart also have a say so, because there might be something that you can do both at the same time. Like you can do consulting to support your dream, but there's something that's bigger, that's wanting to be expressed within you. So that's what they have for you, MMC. So many blessings to you. And then Ashvin Ray, hello, hello. So you want to know Natika thoughts and feelings towards you. All right, let's take a look here. What's going on? Okay, that's her thoughts, and here is her feelings. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, we've got she's got some conflicting thoughts in her head here. I really don't necessarily feel that has anything to do with you, even though they're about you, towards you. I just feel like there's a lot of fear in her life and a lot of history in her life where her thoughts are on high alert. Fear of betrayal, fear of being lied to, fear of being cheated on, fear of this, fear of that, fear of this. Because she's seen it, she's experienced it, she saw it, probably experienced it in her family. And so there's this kind of conditioned hypertensive. Is that the word you're trying to tell me? But it's hyper aware. Thank you. A hyper awareness of, which generally means that they had like these maybe a parent or parents that were you had to walk on eggshells around, and you had to make sure how are they feeling today. Okay, I gotta avoid them because they're in a bad mood. Okay, they're in a good mood today. I can be around them without getting attacked in some way. So they have that natural, alert, and so you might pick that up. But the heart, the feelings, there is attraction there. They do see you as someone that could be an important relationship with them or are an important relationship with them. With the 2 of Cups. So, there is that seeing you as someone that they would want to interact with and be around, but they've got that hyper awareness that is also there, um, just naturally. So they have these, I'm really watching you, analyzing you, kind of thoughts that are coming in. So you're like, oh, wow. Okay. Good to know. All right. So that's what they want you to know right now, Ashwin. So many blessings to you. Hope that helps. All right. And then Maria Amethyst Salentine, you asked if you could have a reading. I didn't see a question. So we're going to do a general reading. We'll pull 2 cards and we'll see what spirit has for you right now. They know what your question in your heart is or mind. So let's take a look here and see what guidance they want to give you right now. Okay. So I lied. They're going to give you 3. When I said 2, I had a feeling you were going to get 3. I should have just said it, but here we go. So what do we have going on here? All right. So you have the Hermit card, and the Hermit card is about a time of kind of being alone and turning inward and upward, and spirit guiding you and showing you a lot about things. And that little star in the lantern there is actually your higher self guiding you. So if you've had a period of time where you've kind of felt like you've been in solitary confinement in a way, it's because your soul has drawn you inward to evaluate some things. You have the 7 of Pentacles too, which is about a patience card. It's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, which in combination with the Hermit is basically supporting that you've been kind of in this slow period. Evaluating, though, you see how they're looking at the pentacles, the fruit on the bush there. That is one of the energies of the 7 of Pentacles, is realizing some of the things I've gotten in the past from this bush hasn't brought me the fruit that I thought it was going to, or the fruit that it did. It's not like I thought it was going to taste. Like, I thought I was really going to like kumquat trees or kumquat bushes or whatever they come in. You're like, "Mm, just really not my taste. Really not for that." So, It's about a change of direction, a change of focus, a change of where you're investing your energy. And I feel like the foundation of this, you have the 10 of cups. And this is about a change of how you perceive things, how you look at life. What I thought was going to bring me joy didn't. What I thought was going to bring me fulfillment didn't. And and it's okay. It's okay to change your mind because a big piece of your journey with the Hermit card and the 7 of Pentacles too is what is it, within me. I'm not finding it on the outside world. You've been drawn inward and upward, and you've been becoming more and more aware of your self love, your self worth, and it's growing. And as that's growing, your world is changing because you don't see the world as it is out there. You see the world as you are. So you're reflecting yourself out into the world. And as these things are changing, you're starting to see some change in the outside world too. And just know that it's all for you. And a big piece of this too is, around relationship, of course, with the 10 of cups. We've got all the lovers together and the children and the dog. I think there's a dog somewhere in there. No, maybe not. But there's the home and everything there. And these are the things that are going to make me feel happy and full. And as we obtain those things, we're like, no, you didn't. And it's because the outside world can't fill up what your heart is looking for, because your heart is looking for the unconditional love of back home, of the spirit world. And all the outside world can give us consistently is conditional love rooted in fear, the fear of losing that conditional love. Because if there's a condition to lose love, then we can lose it. Unconditional love is zero conditions. We're used to that security and that eternalness of it. And so as we look to the outside world and become disappointed and not satisfied, it points us inward, inward, inward and upward, inward and upward. Then as we find that, then we feel that fulfillment. And then we just, the outside world becomes above and beyond extra. It feels full, it feels overflowing. Um, so I feel like it's an awareness that's going on right now. And I feel like one, you just needed to have that validation that you've been doing that and you have been raising that and things are changing, but you're not done yet. It's this beautiful higher and higher and higher. Self-love transforms your life. And I like that. 10 of Cups ultimately is joy. So that's your destination. And I like that for you. So hopefully that helps with what you were wanting today, Maria. If hopefully. And if you come back around in your if you come back to any other free readings, just you can put a specific question out there if you want, or a general reading if you want just to see what spirit has for you, like we did now. But you can ask that. You don't have to ask if you can have a reading. You can, it's just allowed. You have permission, so you can just put your question out there too. All right. So many blessings, my dear. All right. Let me move some more over here. Up next, we have, hi, my name is Flo. So you'll be up next here. Let me just move a few more over here. All right. So, Flo, you want to know what are ease, thoughts, and expectations about your first date? Ooh, exciting. Let's take a look here. So, all right. So here we go. Thoughts and expectations. What do they have here? All right. Wow. It's a great combination. You got the 10 of Pentacles, which is a fullness of the outside world, and the Emperor, which is about it's Aries energy, it's new beginnings energy. And I I don't necessarily feel like they have this um a lot of expectations in it. I feel like very Aries energy, which Aries is the baby of the zodiac, but they're like, let's go have fun. Let's go have fun. They're not like, all right, this is what we have to do, blah, blah, blah. They're all about, a kid doesn't go to the playground and go, All right, so this is what we're gonna do today. They're like, oh, look, a merry-go-round, let's go. It's that kind of energy of like they're just looking forward to enjoying the evening and have fun, right? And so their thoughts here, the 10 of Pentacles, they do have thoughts of how can I make this the best experience for you? Making a good first impression, right? But that's what the 10 is. The 10 of Pentacles is fullness of life. It's also my relationship card. So I feel like they also want to make sure it's a good fit for both of you, and I feel like that's where a lot of their thinking is don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. That's funny. We like that, right? You're like, yeah, I like that being over there, not over here. You know, you just like go and enjoy yourself and be yourself. But I feel like the big thing is that they just want to, they're reminding me of a saying, um, don't go on a date with someone who wouldn't make a good mate. And this is that kind of energy where they're like, I feel like you would make a good partner, and I'm looking forward to having fun and discovering who you are. I like that. What a mature energy. Where did you find them? All right. But that seems good there. I don't feel like there's any expectations of, I bought you dinner, now come back to my place. I don't feel like there's that. I feel like they're a very mature person. Um, so I like that for you. And that's what they have for you, Flo. So many blessings. Enjoy your date. Let us know how it goes. All right. Many blessings. Right. And then Olivier Vagata. Hello, hello. You want to ask, will you gain the job that you're looking for this year? All right. Well, okay. Based on current energies, let's take a look here. All right. Okay. Those two. All right. All right. You did get 3 cards. You got the 5 of swords that came out first, which is all about this inner conflict between your head and your heart. And you have the world card, which is an ending of a major cycle. It is a victory card, but it's about letting go of some old ways of thinking. And the hermit card, which is about, I don't know, is this job working from home at all? But the hermit card is about inner reflection and being true to you, which with the 5 of swords and the hermit card, that does make sense with the inner reflection and realizing what limiting thoughts do I have, and is this job what my heart wants, or is it just what my mind wants? If my mind wants it, why does it want it? Why do I want this job? What do I feel the outcome of it is? What value does it add to my life? Am I defining myself by job and this job? So I like the ending of cycles and the changing of the way we're looking at things, because I feel like it's possible that you can get the job that you're looking for this year, but I kind of feel like it's spirit nudging you. Try to see your job search from a higher perspective. And is it what your heart wants, or is it just what your mind wants? Because I feel like there is a job out there that your heart loves and your mind also accepts, you know? Um, and I'm not sure necessarily that the job that you're looking for this year, if that aligns with your heart, with the energy I'm feeling. But it doesn't mean that you can't, you know, continue. You can go another cycle and get a job that you feel is going to fulfill you, and then you realize it doesn't, and then eventually your heart wins anyway. So your heart's not concerned. It's like, hey, just saying, we can get off this merry-go-round if you'll follow me. We'll follow our joy and find something. Um, but we can do that again if you want. I'm eternal. Let's go another round. That's all right. That's fine. You know. So hopefully that helps. But that's interesting. I love your spirit guides. They're comedians. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. Right, and then Miniheel, you are up. General love for whatever's coming. All right, let's take a look here. All right. What? Okay. Just kidding. You see these cards, you're like, oh my God, I got the devil and death. What? Ah, no love for you. Just kidding. What this talks about is, so the devil card is actually like the lover's card, except there's an angel there in the lover's card, and they're not chained, right? But the Capricorn Saturn energy of the devil card is all about the shaking and the rattling of long held beliefs you have around what love is supposed to be, what it should be, what it needs to be, what it has to be, what it must be. Those are all these beliefs and opinions that we've had growing up that cage us and trap us and chain us, like the people who are chained here, chains around their necks. And the death card is about a rebirth, a transformation, a letting go of those things. It's the clearing away of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore around what love is. Because when we have all these expectations around who they're supposed to be in the relationship, and what a relationship is supposed to be, and who I'm supposed to be in a relationship, expectations are what suck the life out of things. It sucks the life out of a relationship because we're focusing on what's not happening instead of gratitude for what is. And what happens when we focus our energy on what's not happening, how they're failing, how the relationship is failing, how I'm failing in the relationship, we fail more. More expectations are not met. It grows that lower vibration. But as we release ourselves from all these roles, we celebrate who someone is. We celebrate what the relationship is. We celebrate who we are in the relationship through gratitude and higher vibrational energies. Then that draws in, that grows. More things to be grateful for, more things to be grateful for. So, all of that to say, I feel like right now, things are paused to give you time to raise that so that we aren't in a state of lower vibration regarding love and relationships, because then we're going to continue to always do what we've always done and get what we've always gotten. Lower vibrational people, relationships, and situations and events, whatever. Well, we're done with that. We want higher. So I feel like they're having you look at these things and evaluate them and release the list, release the rules, and it feels freeing because that's what comes after you're freed out of that cage. That chain is removed from your neck, and you're like, freedom, right? So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now, Mini Heal. So there you go. Many blessings to you. And then is that the Kalpa KC? Hopefully I didn't mispronounce that too badly. You'd like a general reading regarding your finances and love life. All right, you're really struggling at the moment. All right, hang in there. Struggle means we're ready for a change, right? It's like this is the year of the snake. Um, Actually, uh, next new moon on Wednesday and Thursday. I forget when the exact date is, but it's next week. We move into the year of the snake, which is about shedding our old skin. And when you're going through that, it feels uncomfortable. There's struggle, but it's worth it. Coming out there. Also, like a butterfly, when the caterpillar is transforming the cocoon, it's the struggling to get out of the cocoon that builds its wing muscles and allows it to fly. So just know that the struggle is worth it, that it's going to bring you something here. We'll see what we have here. So finances. Okay. And then love. All right. So what we have here. So, yeah, I feel like they want to do with love here first with the 5 of Cups. So when it comes to love life, and this works for everything, love, finances, health, whatever we have. When we focus, you can see how they're staring down at the 3 cups that are spilt, but behind him here, sorry, I didn't mean to flip you off. the, Behind here, we have the 2 of Cups, the power of choice. There's a path behind him that leads across that bridge that leads them over to the palace where they have everything that they need over there. But the power of choice, when I focus in on what, you know, um, didn't happen the way I wanted it to, right? When I focus on my lower vibrational emotions, fear, disappointment, depression, um, betrayal, heartbreak, all those lower vibrational emotions, they actually all rooted in fear. So it's a lower vibrational fear emotion. When we focus in on that, then that grows, right? But the power of choice with those two of cups means every moment is an emotional choice, and there's no wrong choice. There's just different choices with different experiences. When I focus on my lower vibrational emotions, I get more of them and I experience more lower. There's no judgment. And we come down here to actually experience lower vibration because we're super higher vibrational beings, and we can see that contrast. By experiencing what we're not, we understand more of who we are. So these human adventures are the starting off and experiencing lower vibrational things that we are not, but we experience them for our growth. And so regarding love, when you focus on those lower vibration, focusing on those things, um, then those things grow. But I can also change my energy and choose a higher vibration by looking at what have I loved about people that I have been in love with. Not focusing on all the stuff that was disappointing and they did wrong and rah, 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 right? What does that do? That draws in more people that match that energy. Focus on lower vibration, we draw in lower vibration. Focus on higher vibration, we draw in things that match that too. So I like this awareness that comes in with this because as you start to think, this is what I loved about X number one. This is what I loved about X number two. This is what I loved about X number three. This is, I'm just going through my own X number four. And this is what I loved about X number five. Wow. And really sincerely, these are the things I was grateful for in them and in life and the things I love about me instead of beating ourselves up for where we feel we're lacking. We start building ourselves up by focusing on what we love about ourselves, what we love about past loves. And then we tell the creator, if you want love again, say, you know what? I'm a glutton for punishment. I would like more love in my life. Jokes, it's jokes, but it's like truly, we only have to ask him once and then say, I trust you, creator. You're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect timing in the perfect way. In the meantime, help me grow me and help me grow my self love. Because every relationship you have is a reflection of your self love. You can't love someone more than you love yourself, nor can you receive love from someone more than you love yourself. So if you love yourself this much, no matter how much love you're going to push out, it's drip, drip. No matter how much love they want to give you, it's drip, drip, right? But the more you expand your self love, then the more you expand your ability to give and receive love to humans too. So I feel like that's important for you to know right now. Working on that, not rushing into a relationship, not rushing, but trusting and change the energy, and you'll start to see it change. Finances work the same way. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. But it also is that energy. If I focus on lack, if I'm focusing on needing and wanting, then that actually pushes that away from me. Instead of having gratitude for the abundance I've had in the past, but grateful for the abundance and finances I have now. And again, I trust you, Creator, but show me anything I can do. But thank you for bringing me the perfect finances in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. And again, what can I do to help grow my love? What can I do to help grow my finances? I'm open. Let me, bring me the information, nudge me, guide me in those directions. See the energy difference between, oh, I don't have enough finances in my life and I never have enough and I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough in the future and I can never find love. That energy just grows more of that, but that other feels empowering, right? And I feel like that's what they want you to know right now. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, Bakalpa. So many blessings to you. All right. Let's move some more over here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, you like my counting? 6, 7, 8. We have 9 more to go. So hang in there, everybody. We're on the final stretch. All right. So Momo 7. Hello, hello. So you'd like a future spouse reading. All right, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about your future spouse? All right. Interesting, interesting. So you've got your high priestess energy here. I almost feel like this is your energy. It's very watery. It's moon energy. It's, you know, any of the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but very intuitive. And I feel like you kind of been in your high priestess temple, away from everyone else, kind of feeling like maybe in solitary confinement. But you have the sun card coming in. I feel like you're going to have, this is Leo energy, but I feel like you have a fire sign that's coming in here. And being, like feeling like you have a lot of water maybe in your chart. If you're not a water sign, maybe you have a lot of water in your chart or water moon or something. But I just feel like you're so in tune with your emotions and your empathic abilities, connection to spirit. I just feel like you are in this wonderful emotional energy. And then here comes fire in, right? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy, right? And uh they're bright and they're sunshiny, they're handsome or beautiful. And because fire signs usually have that attraction, to them, and their energy so attractive, and they're fiery, and they like to travel, they like to see, and they like to experience. And fire plus water equals steam. Whoa, 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 which can burn people, or you can put it to good use and take that steam and, like, that's where steam engines comes from, right? It can really um, fuel progress and movement and strength that comes in here too. So I like that energy that's here, and I feel like it is someone that is a fire sign that is coming in here for you. And I feel like it's just not that you like live in lower vibrational emotion, but I just feel like there's been a lot of darkness around you growing up and in your life. There's a lot of shadow in your life, and you've learned a lot from it. And by no means the high priestess is not afraid of shadow. She's like, I get it. You know, you've learned a lot through it all. But I feel like this warmy, sunny, shiny, bright sun that comes into your life just brings a smile to your face. And you feel like, this is the darkness, shadow is over, and the brightness comes in, and it's because of what you bring for each other. So that's what I have for you right now, Momo. So hopefully that helps. So many blessings to you. And then Pisces, you are up next. So when will you get married? Let's take a look here, see what spirit is willing to tell you about timing. And timing with spirit is so, because they're outside of space and time, and they're just like, you humans and time, I swear. All right. They're not giving me dates or anything like that, but they are giving me events here. You have the 10 of Swords, which the 10 of Swords is about letting go of expectations, letting go of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must. It's a really important thing for you to do, because I feel like who is going to be coming in for you, when we have a lot of expectations, supposed to, need to, has to, must, this is who they have to be, what they have to do, blah, 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 becomes very, very thin, where it's like, they have to be in here, creator. And they're like, well, that person's on back order for 1,000 years. Are you sure you don't want to rethink this? And you're like, oh, good point. Then we start eliminating expectations, and we start trusting the creator's going to can bring the perfect person, the perfect time, the perfect way. But as we expand, we're like, "Oh, there they are. but we wouldn't see them like this because it's like a horse that has blinders on. They're over here, we don't see them, and it takes us a long time to turn over there. We're like, oh, there they are. But if we take our expectations away, we see them sooner. So I like that because we like the word sooner, right? I want this. I want to meet them sooner than later. So that's an important piece that allows you to meet them sooner, experience them sooner. Otherwise, it's later. Timing is always a range. Usually, we can meet people the earliest or the latest, and the more that we can remove expectations, and that's what allows, because that's lower vibration. The more we raise our love vibration, the faster we're drawn together, right? The Three of Cups represents community, but also there's this celebration. Um, I do feel like you do meet them at a celebration. That's another point, but I feel like at a gathering. But this is what is important, is that this is like two best friends and you, the three maidens cheering with their cups, right? And what's important is that if you don't have like two best friends right now, like the besties that you know are like sisters that are going to be with you forever in your life, they're your support team. One, so they're going to help you stay true to yourself as you meet someone and head towards marriage and everything. They're going to be your support the rest of your life. And that's important. Each of you are supporting each other, right? Not just they are for you, you are for them as well. But you actually meet them, you meet your future spouse through the connection with those two. So it's like maybe you go to one of their weddings and you meet someone there, and then boom, that's who you end up marrying. That's the kind of energy that's there. So the important thing that they're focusing on is, one, if you haven't found these two best friends, then and if you're hiding and you're not meeting people, it's time to get out and meet people. You will find these. You can do that by living your passions. What do you love doing? Excuse me. Go out and do that, because that's where you'll meet them if you haven't met them already. Um, but the letting go of the expectations and being more open-minded and get rid of all these opinions and thoughts and beliefs that you grew up with. It's like, no, um, I'm going to trust you. Going to bring the perfect person. I'm so sorry. In the perfect timing, in the perfect way. Got a tickle in my throat. All right. So hopefully that helps, Pisces. I know, no, on a date and a time. But that's what they give you right now. Maybe later. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we have M. So M, the letter M. When will you meet your future spouse? Month, please. Okay. Well, we'll see if they'll give that to you. All right. None of those cards. Let's see. Are we able to give them a month? It'll probably be a range, as per usual. And I don't know, is it this year? Maybe it is this year. But you've got the Nine of Cups, so September, and the Page of Swords, which is November. It's the number 11. Look at that. Dream come true. And so this is this energy of September to November 11th. And it's usually ranges because it depends on where we're at, where they're at in energy. The more lower vibration we are, the longer it takes us to meet. The higher vibration we go, the faster it speeds up and we meet them sooner. But right now it's set on based on current energies between September and November. I'm just going to get a quick clarifier. Is that this year? Got the Page of Cups. That would be a positive yes. So I do feel it is this year when you meet them. It doesn't mean you get married, of course, in September through November, but you meet them during that time. So It is this year. Woo woo. All right. So that's what they have for you, M. Exciting. All right. And then we have Misha. So you want to know the profession of your future romantic partner. Oh, okay. And this one. What is the profession? All right. Interesting that they've got two professions with the two of pentacles. So I feel like they work in like two fields, but they overlap, even though it doesn't really look like they. Well, I guess that the affinity symbol does overlap, but they overlap each other. And the Six of Cups, I feel like it has to do with children. And at first, I kind of felt like um, child psychology. Interesting, right? And I just feel like that overlays into, oh, interesting that I'm seeing like a professor in college too. So I see. So they not only like they have their PhD, they work with children, children with psychology, but they also teach psychology in college. So that's why they have two jobs and they overlap with each other because they're able to do all that. Wow, I love it. So they're not in class all day long, you know. They because most professors don't have school from morning till night, you know, it's they have classes, but in between that, they also have sessions with parents and children for child psychology, and they might even be writing a book. So I love that. Interesting that you would choose someone in that kind of be drawn to that in the field there. So I like it, but that makes sense too because that means they're compassionate, they're intelligent, they get people, they can communicate. You're like, "Yes, yes, yes. Check off those boxes." All right. So that's what they have for you right now, Misha. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Minu up next. Let me just move these other ones closer here. All right. So Minu. I am doing good. I hope you're doing well. And you want to know who will be your future spouse's personality. Wow, it's all about love and marriage and everything. These last few, huh? Love is in the air. Coming up on Valentine's Day next month, right? All right. So, tell us a little bit about the personality. Okay. All right. So you have the Knight of Swords coming in here first. So I like the knightlyhood kind of energy that comes in here because it's that little bit of nobility and a little bit of, um, good values, someone who values things. I like that. They're also in pursuit of a lot of learning, and I feel like they're a perpetual student. They're always wanting to learn something new, always reading a book, always reading up on something, always reading a blog. They're just wanting to grow and expand and very open-minded too. So I like that kind of energy that comes in. Two of Pentacles, I just put that in, came back out. There is this energy of balance in the outside world too. Feel very earth energy that comes in. Interesting, I never even normally get this. I feel like they're a twin. So they have a twin brother or a twin sister that is there too. So it brings in a different type of perspective of the world when you feel that bond in the womb and then grow up together and they have that twin connection. So I like that. Very interesting energy coming in there. Um, and that does influence their personality because they're used to sharing. They've always had to share, and they're used to the strong connection between them. And they have that support person in their life that's always been there too. So I like that. So you'll immediately have a another individual that's going to be embedded in your life because they're like this, so you're like, yes, I know they will be coming along with us. I know, you know, yes, we're going to that. Yes, I know I bought 3 tickets, um, or I bought 4 so they can bring a date too, come on. So I like that kind of energy that's there. So that's what they have for you right now, menu. So many blessings. And then lucky, you're up. Your compensation money has been held back by for some reason. Um, oh, and that blessing is needed. I get it. When is it coming into your mailbox? Let's take a look here. So, what can you tell us about this here? I want this one here too. Yeah, you see here, here's the King of Swords, which allows us to step out of our fears here, cut away those um the fears that are, coming in here. I know it's like, oh my gosh, I needed that. And it's like, well, um I don't feel like it's gonna be delayed very long here. The 3 of Swords, it feels like 3 days. So I feel like it's going to be, here this week. But the big thing, the bigger picture with the King of Swords who has the Ace of Swords, which is allowed to see things from a higher perspective. Everything always happens for us. And when we have something important that we were expecting and it doesn't show up, that's the 3 of Swords. Expectations equal disappointment. When we experience that, it's like, we go into fight or flight mode. We go into fear. Oh, no, no, no. But when we're like, all right, so if I, instead of feeling like something's happening to me, I can switch into that. This is happening for me for a reason. And even switch it to why did I want this to happen for me? What fear around finances, you know, um, or lack did I want to realize right now so I can be freed from it and released from it? It's like, yeah, okay, I get it. So instead of focusing on that it's not here, I need it, I want it, I fear it won't show up, I'm switching to gratitude. That'll bring it in faster, right? And so if we switch it to gratitude and going, all right, Creator, I know that you always bring everything I need. And you've always have given me everything I needed in each moment. Otherwise, I'd be dead right now. So I trust you that you're going to bring it in the perfect timing in the perfect way. So I release it to you, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this in my life. I'm grateful for that in my life. Look at all these times. I'm grateful for all this finance, all this that I've had in my life. And we switch the energy that allows it to come. Otherwise, it'll push it and delay it, right? But I feel like it's an important reminder for us when we're faced with expectations that don't get where reality doesn't meet our expectations, then that's when we can really look and question and go, all right, I've know we've talked a lot about gratitude, da, da, da. Well, now the opportunity to put it into practice, right? So it's like, here we go, here we go, here we go. So focus on that, and I feel like 3 days is what I'm feeling right now. So, right, hang in there. Right, many blessings, Lucky. All right, and then we have Melissa. So, Melissa, you want to know, will you be approved and succeed to close escrow on the townhouse in Buena Park if you wait until next month to start the process? Oh, okay. Let's take a look. So, based on current energies, if you wait, will you be able to do and close on the house? All right. Oh, wow. You got 3 cards. Didn't even see that there was 2 here. All right. Yeah. Looks like very much successfulness here. You have first of all, the 4 of Swords, which is peace of mind. And you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. New beginnings, action, happiness, all of that coming in here. So 3 very positive cards. I like the new beginning and yeah, and waiting to until next month to start the process. So it feels like here, um, because of here we are at the end of the month anyway. If you wait till next month, they're like, yeah, put your mind at rest. Um, Action happens, and that happiness you feel full and overflowing. So it is very positive energies there. So that is a yes, yes, yes. All right. Love it for you. Exciting new adventure, right? Woo! All right. And then infinity. Hello, hello. So is L still single? All right, let's take a look here. See what we got going on here. All right, must be these two. They're not wanting to go anywhere. Yeah. Yep, we've got the Empress card here, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurturing. The Ten of Swords, I feel like they've, just tired of expectations, tired, just sick and tired of trying to please a lot of people. And they're kind of just focusing on themselves right now with this nurturing, Mother Nurturing card here. Um, and with that Ten of Swords, it just feels like that's the I'm just sick and tired of it all. The games, the rules, trying to please everyone. You know what? I'm just going to please myself right now. And I feel like though, so I do feel like they are still single. All right, that's what they have for you, Infinity. Many blessings. All right, and then lastly but not leastly, we have Patricia. Hello, hello. So you want to know, is your Uncle Jimmy? Oh, I have an Uncle Jimmy too, part of your spirit team. Does he have a message? All right, let's take a look here. All our loved ones that go to the other side are part of our spirit team. I feel like that's a yes, but we'll see what he says here. But they are part of our, as soon as someone goes to the other side, um, they can immediately be by every single one of their loved ones all at the same time. It's like we clone ourselves, but because we're out of space and time, we can be everywhere all at the same time, like 100% present. Like that's the only place that we are. So just know that as soon as he slipped out, that he was right by your side, and so he is part of your posse. Um, yeah, and I feel here because here's the Four of Pentacles, which is about home. And something about that he yeah, he goes, I'm not restricted anywhere. It's not like the stories where a ghost is restricted somewhere. It's like, I'm with you everywhere. I follow you everywhere. I don't have to just stay at your house. I'm everywhere. But I like this too because he's bringing in the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is kind of my home, one of my home cards. And you have the Six of Swords too, which is about leaving old ways of thinking behind and moving into new ways of thinking, which can result when we do changes in mind. It can result, and usually does result, in a changing of actions or transformation or movement in the outside world. This movement of home is coming in here, and even this mirror of the IV4 and the VI here is really standing out. And I do feel like there's this message that he's bringing in about, you know, you can move and go out wherever you want to go. There's nothing limiting you. And if you're wanting to make a movement, whether it's in relationship or in your home itself, or job or location, whatever it may be, they're like, you're not a tree. I love that. Your Uncle Jimmy, you're not a tree. You can get up and you can go anywhere you want. You're not trapped. I love that. You're not trapped. You're not a tree. So if you want to unplant yourself and plant yourself somewhere else, you can do it because you're not a tree. He's hilarious. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now. Hopefully that resonates and helps right now. So that's what they have for you, Patricia. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you guys so much for your patience in getting to your readings this evening. And when I'm done here in a moment, I will post a comment um, on the video listing the order in which everything is was completed, so that you can find that lickety split for you there. So Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I will be back Friday. If you want to join any sooner, you can become a YouTube channel member. We do meet throughout the week on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then also Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday if you're a Praying Mantis member. All that information's in the description box if you're interested. I also offer personal readings. If you want to dive deeper, there's also a link down in the description box for that. So until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. All right, everybody. Until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself and make sure to have fun. We'll see you.